In this video, I started a first-generation farm with nothing but a bank loan and a pickup truck. So now I have the challenge of building a profitable farm from scratch. Will I go broke or will I make it big? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy content like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go build a farm. Well, boys, it's another day back out here on the farm. We've got $142,000, and the grass is looking a little long. That means it's time to get some haying done. So since I've started doing haying on this farm, I've been using this one old hay bine right here. This old case pull type one. It does work. However, I hate using it. One, because it's super small, and two, it doesn't cut the best. Now, with the end of the year fast approaching, I don't want to spend a ton of money on a hay bine that I'm going to use for another 2 cuts this year, and that's it. So we're doing something else. I was talking to my neighbor over coffee the other day, same one I've rented the sprayer from, a couple other things, and he has this other hay bine sitting around. He just bought a brand new one, but he has his older one sitting around. It's a self-propelled one. He was going to take it to the auction, but he's probably going to wait till the last one in fall that they have around here to sell it. So he said in the meantime, he'd be more than happy to rent it to me. I mean, it makes him some money on a piece of equipment he's not using. Plus, it makes cutting hay for me a little bit easier. So we're gonna go and pick that up. Now, we've still got a few weeks until the soybeans are ready, so there's no rush on those, but all the grass is ready to go, so we're gonna try to get that cut as soon as we can. That way we can still maybe get a second cut out of it this year. I don't know, we're probably gonna find out at some point. Check it out, boys. Swather is secured. Now, you might be wondering, Austin, why are you hauling it sideways? Well, this is actually pretty common practice for hauling a swather, including hitting a sign. Yep, don't worry about that. Anyways, I'm gonna pay attention to driving. I'll tell you guys more about it when we get back to the farm. Oh boy. Well, this is where we ran into a problem. We can't fit. Well, maybe we can. I'm gonna try kind of maneuver this a little bit. All right, we made it through somehow, some way. So let me explain what this is a bit. Basically, this is a trailer. You drive the swather up onto here, you lock it in, and then since these wheels are just caster wheels, you can haul it sideways. Now, normally, I don't think you're supposed to have the cutting head on, but we do anyway, and it just makes it a little easier to haul. Check it out. It's even got these sweet ramps that come down. Makes unloading way easier. So I will say this is quite an upgrade. Oh, I'm stuck. This is not good. All right, there we go. Anyway, as I was saying, this is quite an upgrade from our pull type hay bine, and if I'm correct, this should work amazing. Oh yeah, look at this. So much easier. I might need to buy one of these. So since this thing has a crimper on it, it's already kind of tedding the hay per se, which is nice, but our rake already does that, so we don't really need it. Now, this is the way to mow your lawn around your house. Oh, I'm so glad I got rid of that little clump of trees that popped up. It's gonna make cutting this way nicer. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to move that equipment here shortly. Okay, now I gotta move it, especially blocking my path. And there we go. I got this chunk done ridiculously quick. I think it's official for next year. I'm gonna buy one of these. That, and I can also get a swathing head for this thing if I want, and then I can do stuff with a pickup and all that, which would be nice. And that is this side of the farm completely finished in, I have to say, absolutely record time. I'd say we got done at least twice as fast, if not more. There's a little bit more to do on the other side here now that we've cleaned out the trees, but actually it's not too much. I'm just finishing up around this last field here, and by the looks of it, we're actually going to have a really good cut. So by the time the second cut rolls around, we should have that hay shed pretty near full. Well, I guess it'd be the third cut. And there we go. That is it. There's one more piece that I could cut where my old house is. It's around that one small field too I got there, but realistically, it's not worth it to take all the equipment that far and get maybe 2 bales if I'm lucky, so we're just gonna stick to the home quarter. I seriously gotta get some better hay ground. I mean, cutting and raking and baling this stuff is fine, but actual hay ground would mean we could get some better fertilizer on it and get a better yield. I just gotta get that guy that has that field right next to my field too there to sell that hay field to me, but unfortunately, he don't want to sell. Well, I've saved our best hay for last here, mostly because I didn't want to get out of the tractor and move any equipment, but guess now I gotta do that. So I ended up fertilizing this little piece when I had the fertilizer spreader over here, so we should get more bales than we normally do. And that's it. So I'm gonna let this hay dry out for about a day or so. Since we had the crimper on the mower there, we should be good to bale by tomorrow. But in the meantime here, I have got a field completely full of straw bales that I've got to pick up and store, which means I gotta move more equipment around. So instead of us transporting bales with the flatbed, we're gonna go make a little trip to the farm store there and pick something up that should be a little better. I hope. I guess we're gonna find out though. Well, $2,000 later on attachments, and I got the duals on the tractor again. We've got ourselves what should be a decent setup. We're gonna go for 2 bales on the front, 2 bales in the back with the 3-point bale spear, and that should let us bring in a decent amount. We got a total of 5 on the tractor here. Don't mind the placement on the back here, but I think this will work pretty dang well. 5 at a time, they don't take long to grab. You just gotta stack 2 and then 1 on top, and then grab 2 more and you're done. A lot quicker than loading a flatbed. I'm probably just gonna set a lot of these down here for now and then just stack them with the skid steer because it is easier. What we're just trying to do is get these bales from point A to point B. So I went around and stacked all the bales in the field in groups of 3 and 2, kind of close to each other. That way I can just grab and go. Looks like we got about 8 more groups, so 8 more trips. Eventually, when all this starts getting kind of messy here, I'm gonna have to grab the skid steer and organize all these, but for now it works, kinda. Realistically, I might actually be able to pick up 5 straw bales on the back of this, but we're just gonna keep it simple and keep it at 3. Another thing too is the grapple is more damaging to the bales, so honestly, bale spears are the way to go. Well, we've got quite a mess in the yard here, but we've only got 2 stacks left in the field here, so we're gonna grab those and then figure out a way to clean up that mess. And last stack. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep using this setup a lot nicer than trying to transport them with the trailer. And if I stacked them a different way, should be able to get 5 on there, maybe 3 on the front. I just didn't want to push this tractor too hard. Okay, now to clean up this mess. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, well, we have gotten 1 stack done. We've still got plenty more left here, but 1 stack's finished. It's actually looking pretty good, but we should fill this one up a good way too. Finally, last 2 going in the stack. That took an absurd amount of time, but at least everything's stacked nice now, and we got the big mess cleaned up. Well, it is the next day here. I went ahead and returned the swather to my neighbor there. He charged me $1,500, which actually isn't too bad. Anyway, since it's nice out, we're gonna try get some baling done. Hopefully everything's dried up enough. I don't know if we're gonna get it all done today, but I'd at least like to get across the river done if we can. The only sucky part is having the duals on now. I actually gotta watch my turning, but since we're gonna be moving more hay bales later on, I'm just gonna leave them on. Actually, before I pop out a bale here, gonna reset the counter. That way we can see how much hay we get. Man, if hay prices skyrocket, we may have a chance of paying off that 500 grand this year, but I don't know. We got 139 right now. We're pretty far ways off from 500. So just from this side of the river, we are at 14, almost 15, very close to 15 bales, which is a lot more than usual, but I guess if you take into account the land that we cleared out there, it does make sense. Well, I've managed to get all around the other fields here across the river. All we got left is this chunk. Oh, shoot. I forgot to put the pickup down. Oh, yeah. This is filling up the baler real fast. Well, that was the last full bale there, so that makes 22, but I guess we're going to have a very small one that looks full size. So 23, and then with 15 from the other side, we're going to call it 15 because the baler was basically full. 38 bales. That's actually pretty good. Anyways, I got some equipment to wash, but hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.